Okay, so my foundations have, or the wall sits on top of the isoquick foundations, and I guess I'm just a little bit worried that because there's no external cavity, that the water might get in, or it's going to be easier. It's one of these rain screen claddings where all the wood's at an angle, but the water should be able to get driven in by the wind, hit the breather membrane and be able to run down, or potentially get in through a hole like round about the windows. Or I've even seen, well, I've had a bee sample outside, and the birds and the bees tend to like get in there and dig it out, break through it. I mean, they shouldn't be able to get through the cladding, and there should be insect mesh on it, but yeah, things happen, things get ripped, screws getting put through it. Could there be a hole big enough that you could get enough water down the back of it, down the back of the membrane? So even though you've got the wood fibre behind there, the water gets in behind the membrane, runs down the wood fibre, and then pools at the bottom. And then I'm just a bit worried about that connection to the house. Like, so the water will run down under the wood fibre, underneath the timber framing, and like basically sit under the sole plate, and it's going to rot out. So this is how it looks at the moment. You've got your isoquick. This is like the edge module with the sort of upstand, and then it's got this big bulb here of insulation, and you fill that full of concrete. This is the foundations, and then the timber framing sits like on top there. So it's mainly, well, it's like 2/3 on the concrete and say 1/3 on the isoquick. Then there is a 12mm breathable racking board, and then 60mm of wood fibre insulation with Proclima membrane on the outside. It's a UV stable one, so I'm bringing that down past the bottom there. So the water should come down and shed off, and then down here. And then there's a sort of good quality tape there to tape that joint between there and there, which should stop any water getting up and keep it watertight. But that same issue, if you get any water behind there, it's all going to collect down here, and I'm just worried that it's going to, because this is flat, it's going to work its way in. So I was thinking maybe, so this is the concrete, this is the isoquick, just take you can multi-tool, you can cut the stuff quite easy. So I could put like a rebate there, and it's just the same. You've got your racking board on the outside, stud wall, but this time the concrete say sits 10 or the wood fibre sits 10 or 20 mils below there, and there might even be like, you can leave a little gap to stop it wicking into the wood fibre. But the idea would probably be more the wood fibre becomes like a sacrificial piece. If the water gets in behind it, then it'll pull here, but it can't. The chances of it getting up that step and into the sole plate, I don't know, probably you'd think it'd be a lot less. But this is I guess the downside of this sort of construction. You don't have, normally your timber would be here, and then your bricks would be sitting down here, is that right? Yeah, so that's higher, and then so any water it does get in is just going to pool in here and then get out. But that's not what I've got.